So on Friday, you guys learned about point slope form. With Miss P and Mrs. Carvolio. All right, and as a reminder, point slope form is when we have y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, right, where m is our slope, and the point x1 comma y1 is a point on our line. Okay, so when you go to graph these, if I have a graph here, if we're given the slope, let's say, equals to 1/2, and our point, x1, y1, equals to, let's just even say 0, 0. So we graph the point first. That's your first step. Then you're going to use your slope to go up 1 over 2, another point. Up 1 over 2, another point, right, to draw your line. Okay, so first comes where you plot your point. The second step is to use your slope to draw your line. So with point slope form, there are several IXL sections that I'd like you to do. Okay, I think they're just going to help clarify things here. And today you're going to get time to work on them. And I'll go through them in this video as well. It's just a couple of examples. So the first one, there's 3, is S22, S23, and S24. All right. So these are the 3 IXL sections that are connected to the point slope form. So these are all going to be put into Infinite Campus as a grade too. So let's go to IXL. And let's see here. Let's take a look at Algebra 1. We have to go to S. Here we go. So we are going to start with S22. Graph an equation. Okay. So when I look at this, the first thing I look at is what does my slope equal to? So that slope, right, is equal to 3. The next thing I want to look at is what is my point? And the point, we have x is going to be, right, 7 and 2. Now, when we look at our equation, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. The part that you have to look at in this is going to be these negative signs here. Because see how this is plus 7? So that means, right, and so that's my x value, my x value is negative 7. So it's the opposite, plus or minus. Same with the y, the opposite, minus 2. So to graph this, I'm first going to graph that point, negative 7, negative 2, and then I'm going to use my slope, up 3 over 1, to graph my line. Let's do another example of that. So same concept. Here's my slope is 3, and my point x1, y1 is going to equal to the opposite value here for x, so negative 10, comma, the opposite, oops, cancel, the opposite value for the y, negative 5. So the first thing I do is plot that. Oh boy, I keep wanting to hit submit. So negative 10, negative 5. Then we're going to use our slope to graph a point and submit. All right, so those are the examples I'm going to give you for S22. Next, we'll go to S23, and that's write the equation. So we have to fill in these blanks. So the slope is 7. So that goes here. Okay. Then let's look at the point, negative 1, 9. So first the x value. So a negative, and so, all we have to do is type in -1. And for the y, we're going to type in 9. Let's see how that works. Submit. Okay, so the next one, here's our slope, -1/8. The point then, we have the value 10 and 5. So 10 for the x value, and for the y value, 5. Let's do one more. So the line has a slope of 6. Slope goes here. All right, and it passes through the point 9, 2. So the x value goes here by the x, and the y value goes here by the y. Okay, so then let's go to S24. And here we have to write the equation. So this gives us a point here. So if we look at this point is at 100, 600. Okay, then we have to find the slope. So I find my 2 points, and we should be experts at finding the slope now. Right, 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my slope is 1 over 5. So I'm going to set up my equation, y minus equals 1 over 5, and then in parentheses, x minus. So we're going to fill in the x value here and the y value here. So x minus 100 and y minus 600. Now we have to type that in. Oh, it's already really written for us pretty nice here. So y minus 600. 1 over 5 is our slope. And x minus 100. Submit, we got it. Okay, so the next one. So you can see where they do this red dot here. So that's what I want my point to be. So my point here is going to be -70, 100. Then let's find our slope. So slope is going to be -1/2, right? Because it's decreasing. Okay, so the y value is 100. So y minus 100, -1/2 slope. And the x value was -70. All right, so you can go through this video if you need to additional times, okay, to check how you're doing. But as a reminder, let's go back to Notability, and I'll go through the IXLs for the unit so far. So far, we have these new IXLs for today. And you've had several days to work on your slope-intercept IXLs. Which is S6, S7, S8, and S9. And Miss Pettit said you guys did a wonderful job on those. I am hoping to be back on Thursday too, so I'll be able to do these in person with you. We'll be able to spend some time making sure we get caught up on things. Okay, good luck.